Lina Khan is not your typical regulator. She is a young, brilliant, and fearless lawyer who has taken on some of the most powerful corporations in the world. She is the chair of the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, the agency that enforces antitrust laws and protects consumers from unfair business practices. As the FTC chair, Khan has made it clear that she wants to revitalize antitrust enforcement and stop mergers that harm competition and innovation. She has also focused on dominant intermediaries and restrictive contract terms that limit the choices and opportunities of workers, suppliers, and rivals. One of her main targets is the tech industry, where she has accused companies like Meta, formerly known as Facebook, of buying up potential competitors to maintain their monopoly power. She has also challenged Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard, the largest video game deal in history, arguing that it would reduce consumer choice and stifle innovation. But Khan's antitrust crusade is not limited to tech. She has also scrutinized mergers in other sectors, such as healthcare, energy, defense, and battery manufacturing. She has questioned whether these deals would raise prices, lower quality, or harm national security. Khan's bold vision and actions have earned her praise from consumer advocates, progressive lawmakers, and small businesses. They have also provoked fierce opposition from Republicans, conservative groups, and big corporations. They have accused her of being biased, overreaching, and politicizing the FTC. But Khan has not backed down from her mission. She has said that vigorous antitrust enforcement is critical to the growth and dynamism of our economy, as well as to our shared prosperity and liberty. She has also said that she intends to serve through 2024, despite speculation that she would leave the agency soon. Lina Khan is a force to be reckoned with. She is shaking up the status quo and forcing big companies to rethink their strategies. She is also inspiring a new generation of antitrust enforcers who share her passion for fair competition and public interest. One of the key events that led to the downfall of Illumina's CEO was the ruling of an administrative law judge in favor of the company. An administrative law judge is a person who presides over hearings and decides cases involving federal agencies and their regulations. In this case, the judge was reviewing the FTC's challenge to Illumina's merger with Grail, a company that developed a test for early detection of cancer. The FTC argued that the merger would give Illumina a monopoly over the market for multi-cancer early detection (MCED) tests, which use DNA sequencing to scan for signs of cancer in blood samples. The FTC claimed that this would reduce competition and innovation in the field, and harm consumers and healthcare providers. However, the judge disagreed with the FTC's analysis and dismissed its charges. The judge concluded that the FTC failed to prove its case that the merger would harm competition or innovation in the MCED test market. The judge found that the market was still nascent and uncertain, and that there were other potential competitors and alternatives to Illumina's products. The judge also noted that Illumina had legitimate business reasons for acquiring Grail, such as expanding its customer base and diversifying its revenue streams. The judge's ruling was a major victory for Illumina and a blow to the FTC's antitrust crusade. However, it was not enough to save Illumina's CEO from the pressure and scrutiny that followed. The FTC staff can appeal the judge's decision to the full commission, which is likely to happen given Khan's stance on vertical mergers. Vertical mergers are deals that involve companies in different stages of the same industry, such as a supplier and a customer. Khan has argued that these mergers can harm competition and innovation by creating dominant players that can squeeze out rivals and raise prices. She has also criticized the courts for being too lenient on approving such deals, and has called for a more rigorous analysis of their effects. In the case of Illumina and Grail, the FTC staff claimed that the merger would give Illumina an unfair advantage in the emerging market of multi-cancer early detection tests, or MCEDs. These tests use blood samples to detect multiple types of cancer at an early stage, potentially saving lives and reducing healthcare costs. Illumina is the leading provider of DNA sequencing machines and services, which are essential for developing and running MCEDs. Grail is one of several companies that are developing CEDs using Illumina's technology. The FTC staff argued that if Illumina acquired Grail, it would have the incentive and ability to raise prices, lower quality, or deny access to its sequencing platform for other MCD developers, or favor Grail over them. They also alleged that the merger would reduce Illumina's incentive to innovate and improve its sequencing technology, since it would have less competition from potential entrants in the MCD market. However, the judge who presided over the case disagreed with the FTC staff's arguments. He ruled that the FTC staff failed to prove that Illumina and Grail are competitors in the same relevant market, or that the merger would substantially lessen competition in any market. He also found that the FTC staff did not provide sufficient evidence to support their claims of anti-competitive effects, and that they ignored the potential benefits of the merger, such as faster and cheaper access to CEDs for patients. The judge's decision was a major blow to Khan's Antitrust Crusade, which aims to challenge the dominance of big tech and other industries. It also raised questions about whether she can persuade her fellow commissioners and the courts to adopt her more aggressive approach to enforcing antitrust laws. The FTC staff can appeal the judge's decision to the full commission, which consists of Khan and 4 other commissioners appointed by the president. The commission can either uphold, reverse, or modify the judge's decision, or send it back for further proceedings. Given Khan's stance on vertical mergers, it is likely that she will vote to overturn the judge's decision and block the Illumina Grail deal. However, she will need at least 2 other commissioners to agree with her, which may not be easy. The commission is currently split between 3 Democrats and 2 Republicans, who may have different views on antitrust issues. Moreover, even if Khan manages to get a majority vote in her favor, she will still face another hurdle: convincing a federal appeals court to uphold the commission's decision. This could be a tough challenge, as the courts have historically been more deferential to horizontal mergers than vertical ones. Therefore, while Khan's antitrust crusade has shaken up Illumina and forced its CEO to step down, it is not over yet. The fate of the Illumina-Grail merger, and perhaps of many other vertical mergers in the future, will depend on how Khan navigates the complex and uncertain legal landscape of antitrust enforcement. Francis de Souza, the CEO of Illumina, announced his resignation amid the mounting pressure from regulators and shareholders. He said he was stepping down to pursue other opportunities and spend more time with his family. He will be replaced by Susan Tussey, the Chief Product Officer of Illumina. De Souza's resignation came as a surprise to many, as he had been re-elected to the board of directors just weeks ago, despite facing a proxy battle with activist investor Carl Icahn. Icahn had criticized de Souza for his handling of the controversial acquisition of Grail, a cancer test startup that Illumina had sold and then bought back at a higher price. Icahn had argued that the deal was overpriced, risky and anti-competitive, and that it would distract Illumina from its core business of DNA sequencing. He had also accused de Souza of having a conflict of interest, as he was a board member of Grail before rejoining Illumina as CEO. The deal also faced opposition from regulators in Europe and the US, who feared that it would give Illumina an unfair advantage in the market for cancer detection tests. The Federal Trade Commission, led by antitrust crusader Lina Khan, had sued to block the deal, claiming that it would harm innovation and consumers. De Souza had defended the deal as a strategic move that would create value for shareholders and patients. He had said that Grail's technology was complementary to Illumina's and that it would enable Illumina to offer a complete solution for early cancer detection and treatment. However, de Souza's arguments failed to convince Icahn and some other shareholders, who voted for Icahn's nominee Andrew Teno to join the board. Teno is a portfolio manager at Icahn Capital and has experience in healthcare investing. De Souza's departure raises questions about the future of Illumina and its relationship with Grail. Some analysts speculate that Illumina may have to abandon or renegotiate the deal, or face a prolonged legal battle with regulators. Others suggest that Illumina may benefit from a fresh leadership that can focus on its core business and restore its stock popularity. De Souza will be succeeded by Susan Tussey, who has been with Illumina since 2010 and has led the development of several products and platforms. Tussie is seen as a respected leader who has a deep understanding of Illumina's technology and customers. She will serve as interim CEO while the board conducts a search for a permanent replacement. De Souza thanked his colleagues and customers for their support and said he was proud of what they had achieved together. He said he was confident that Illumina would continue to lead the field of genomics and improve human health.